first thing we're going to look at is what an ecosystem is and what we mean when we say an ecosystem. So an ecosystem, it's a distinctive habitat with a range of plant and animals that are adapted to the particular conditions within that habitat. So there's various types of ecosystems. There's freshwater, terrestrial. Terrestrial means land-based ecosystem, or an ocean ecosystem. So depending on what type of ecosystem there is, there'll be a particular range of plants and animals that are adapted to the conditions that are there. And it's important to understand this because when you try to design an agricultural system, you're working within a particular ecosystem. So there's a particular elevation of land, there's a particular distance away from the equator, a distance away from the ocean. There's a various range of temperatures throughout the year, and there's a particular amount of sunlight and a particular rainfall that region experiences. And all these factors determine what types of plants and animals will be best suited to the particular site. And you can select from those best suited plants and animals to design the agricultural ecosystem that you want to base your production upon. So if we look at these different types of ecosystems and we look at the freshwater ones, we've got ponds, rivers, lakes and wetlands, and we can use the structure of the plants and animals and we can be informed by how they assemble themselves in nature to create our own agricultural systems. So if we want to create aquaculture systems where we might be growing fish or crustaceans or plants within ponds, rivers, lakes or wetlands, we can look at how those natural systems are organized and be guided by that functional biological complexity in the design of our own agricultural systems. The other ones, if we look at a terrestrial system, these are the ones we more commonly use in New Zealand situations. So particularly the meadows, savanna type ecosystem is what our pasture-based systems are ideally meant to be modelled upon. And when you look at how they're organised in nature, they've got a variety of trees and shrubs and grasses and herbs, and we can select from those species and substitute them for more agriculturally productive ones when we design our own systems. But other ones are forests, so New Zealand in particular used to be completely covered pretty much by forest, and we can be guided by that because it's often best to pick an ecosystem that naturally occurs in an area and then just substitute those species for agriculturally productive ones. So if we do that in the New Zealand context, it's really forests that might provide the best example of an ecosystem that could be most productive and profitable in our conditions. Other types of ones are woodlands. A woodland is a little bit of an in-between between a meadow and a forest, so that's kind of patchwork